Hello, everyone. It's Stephanie Clegg, licensed associate counselor, back for yet another mental health moment. I know I took a couple of weeks off, but I'm back and ready to have these conversations. Before I forget, I have two upcoming workshops, and I will post the flyers below this video. On September 13th, I'm going to be presenting a workshop. Um, called Spiritual Progress and Mental Health. So, how can our mental health impede our spiritual progress? And how can our mental health improve our spiritual progress? And then on September 20th, I am presenting a workshop on grief. Very big topic. Um, and I'm a part of a grief certification program. And one of the things that David Kessler, the main host of this certification, says, why is it so important for us to talk about grief? And the answer is because we're all going to die. So we need to figure out, we need to address the myths around grief. We need to figure out how to best support one another in our grieving. But for today's topic is a lighter topic. I know grief can be kind of deep. Today's topic is brain rot. You heard me correctly. Brain rot. ROT. What is it and how can we overcome it? So, brain rot is not a medical term, it's not a diagnosis. It's just a trendy term, and it's basically used to describe mental fatigue and cognitive decline that most people experience when they're spending too much time consuming low quality content. hmm I think you already have an idea where we're going with this. The term brain rot, particularly. Emphasizes things that are like mindless, repetitive, or even shallow, things lacking real substance or value. So you may ask, where are these things? Where are we looking at these mindless things? I'm glad you asked. Um, Brain rot. You may be experiencing brain rot, and I love terminology, right? So I'm going to throw out a few terms that I recently learned. So you may be experiencing brain rot if you're doom scrolling means that you're endlessly browsing through negative news or social media posts, right? It's doom and gloom because the news is very negative. So if you're constantly browsing through that on your phone or watching it on TV, that's called doom scrolling. Then there's zombie scrolling. Zombie scrolling is mindless browsing without purpose or intent. Typically, if we're on our phones, we're about to do something. There's a purpose. We're about to call someone or answer a call. We're about to send an email or reply or respond to an email. That's purpose. There's an intent. We're looking for something. But if we're not, we don't have a purpose and we're not intentionally looking for anything, that's considered zombie scrolling. We're just on there on our phones or tablets just to be on there. Um, there's also, if we're watching a lot of short videos, those could be like the Instagram Reels or TikTok videos. We're watching a lot of those that can lead to brain rot as well. So I mentioned social media but there are a lot of other platforms that we're consuming that can contribute to brain rot as well. Number one is video games, constantly playing video games for hours on end. TV shows and movies, binge watching. I know we all do it occasionally. I know I do every now and then, but I have to turn the TV off after a while. I can't binge watch something like all day. Um, Certain news outlets, we were just talking about the news. News can be very negative, it can be very impactful on our day and on our mindset and our beliefs. So we have to be careful about that. Online shopping sites. How many of us are have that shopping ministry? We're just shopping, just on our phones, shopping our favorite sites and just shopping. And again, some people are messaging and emailing. Um, mindlessly, right? So these are just some of the areas where people can experience brain rot. I mentioned low quality content. So I'm gonna give you some examples of low quality content. Clickbait articles with misleading headlines. Have you ever gone on the internet and you see these different articles pop up? And you click on it because it interests you, the topic interests you, and then when you click on it, it's not even about what the title said of the article. That's called clickbait. It's like a bait and switch to get you to get us to look and to click on something. Content that promotes unrealistic lifestyles. A lot of young people are watching these lifestyles, people who have become famous and made a lot of money by gaining 1 million followers. That's an unrealistic lifestyle for the majority of us. But, you know, to each his own. This generation, when they're scrolling, these are the things that we're seeing, that they're seeing. Um, Celebrity gossip. I remember growing up, my sister was the queen of celebrity gossip. She can tell you everything about everyone, every singer, every dancer, every artist. I mean, she just knew it all. She knew their personal life, whether they had siblings, where their parents were, who their parents were. I mean, she was the queen of celebrity gossip, and people still do that today. They're still very in tune to what's going on with their favorite celebrity artists. So we've talked a little bit about the low quality content. um, what does brain rot feel like? Again, there's no official signs or symptoms for brain rot. It's not a recognized condition, but here are some signs that you may suffer from brain rot, that brain fogginess, right? It's you may have a shortened attention span. You may have decreased motivation. They're very important. Reduced creativity, poor sleep quality, um, increase irritability when you're offline. I thought that was very important. And a constant urge to check social media, like have to be on our phones. So we have to monitor that. And I'm going to end with this: how to realistically overcome brain rot, or the term is called digital detox. Sometimes we need to detox ourselves from social media. We can use app timers to track and limit our screen time. We can have a partner or a friend hold us accountable so that we're not on our phones all the time. We can take regular breaks. Um, we can read physical books instead of ebooks, right? We can create morning and bedtime routines that don't involve screens. Very important. We can start journaling to process our thoughts offline. So, that's it. Just some basic information about brain rot. Hope it's been helpful. And again, I will post the two flyers for the upcoming workshops, and I'll see you in the next video.